Detroit City FC, Louisville City FC, Little Rock Rangers, Hartford Athletic, Richmond Kickers, Wake FC, Colorado International Soccer Academy, Central Valley Waco FC, Green Bay Triumph and Liberty FC. And your green teams for tonight are FC Sarasota and Dallas County United. And congratulations to you on your retirement from Southwest Florida Water Management. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for a presentation of the Star Spangled Banner performed tonight by Junior Birmingham.
Under the line, what so proudly wheeled at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the
3 weeks ago, Jake Arman and the Rowdies opened the 2023 USL campaign with a home draw to Indy. Then a tough road to hoe, dropping points at Orange County and at Charleston. Now, with the support of Ralph's mob behind them, the Rowdies ready to right the ship against the invading Legionnaires. Another soccer night sailing along the waterfront in downtown St. Petersburg. The Tampa Bay Rowdies, who after an arduous two-game road trip, returned to historic Al Lang Stadium to face the Birmingham Legion FC. Good evening and welcome, everybody. Alongside the incomparable Ryan Davis, I'm Jeff Radcliffe. Thanks so very much for joining us for Tampa Bay Rowdies and USL Championship Soccer here on ESPN+. Rowdies 2 points from their first 3 games. Tonight's the night they got to get a win, right?
Absolutely, Jeff. Those 10 new faces on the roster get to play in the confines of Al Lang Stadium in the next week and a half. There they'll find their rhythm and actually get some points on the board for the home team.
Rowdies all-time 3-1-3 against Birmingham. They split 2 1-1 decisions a year ago, but they're off to a great start. Birmingham in first place, undefeated, and Juan Agadello has not really gotten off to the goal-scoring start we're used to seeing him, the long-time U.S. international and member of the New England Revolution.
You said it best. He is international pedigree, which means he brings all that experience and that skill to not only create space for himself, create space for other players. 6 chances created already this season. He's there to create room for other players.
Rowdies simply need to find the net, and they get a big piece back tonight. Lewis Hilton, who was injured in the 9th minute of the season opener.
Well, a lot of Rowdies' problems in the opening 3 games. No rhythm, no timing. Well, Lewis Hilton is back, the orchestrator. He's going to drive the bus tonight, and you'll see the Rowdies play with a little bit more tempo and chances created on the offensive end.
It's the first of 4 home matches across all competitions for the Rowdies. It starts with Birmingham. Starting 11s and kickoff coming your way next.
Imagine a company steeped in heritage, innovating into the promise of what the future can bring, like a phoenix helping others find prosperity. Sagicor's brand, the wisdom to help people make solid financial decisions, and the compassion to do good for society and those in need. Life insurance and annuities from Sagicor show your partner, family, and loved ones just how much you care about their financial security. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
What happens when a company puts health solutions at the center of everything it does? At Florida Blue, Tai Chi happens. Nurse visits happen. This happens. A nutrition class happens. Answers to your health insurance questions happen. And a healthier you happens. So come by your local Florida Blue Center and experience health solutions at the center.
It is a beautiful night in St. Pete for some Rowdies soccer. Getting set to take on Birmingham Legion FC right here on ESPN+. Jeff Radcliffe, Ryan Davis, as they take the pitch in front. Here's a look at the starting lineups. First for Birmingham Legion FC, Crenale and Smith, Convita, 2 of the best center backs in the league, and they got some people in front of them that can really play.
Just in front of them, Asiedu. He's the N'Golo Kante of this team, a disruptor. What about Cochran, 17 years old, orchestrator. He's going to sort of set the tempo for Birmingham Legion. And Enzo Martinez, the ageless Enzo Martinez, he's going to play as a true number 10 to set up Brett, Agudelo, and Kasim up top.
5 changes from the squad that lost 3-0 at Charleston last week for the Tampa Bay Rowdies run.
Well, they had to shake things up, and in comes back in Lewis Hilton with his cape on his back. Herrevo, of course, gets to play against his old team in Birmingham Legion. Dalgard on the right, Jan Ekra 4 games away from a lot of games being played in the US Open Championship. And Martinez, the Cuban cafe himself, he's going to try to bring some individual skill to get some goals and set up Mr. Jennings, who's partnering up front.
So look at our starting lineups for each side here. 2 teams have faced each other 7 times over the last 4 seasons. The Rowdies getting the better of them on 3 occasions. Last year it was 2 1-1 draws, and that young man, 17, wearing number 17. Can't wait to see Tate Johnson tonight. And of course, Enzo Martinez, the ageless wonder, who's been in this league for years and just ripping it up.
Well, Tate Johnson on this left-hand side has wheels, Jeff. But he's going to go up against Mr. Smith, the 19-year-old youngster right back. So 2 young players going at it, hammer and tongue.
Birmingham in all black. They kicked off left to right. It's game on in St. Pete. Legion 2-0-1, 7 points atop the standings in the East. The Rowdies a bit further back in 10th. But that can change with 1 result when we talked with Neil Collins this week. You just got to get 1. The referee tonight is Thomas Snyder. He's assisted by Justin Howard, Sergio Santana, and Rashawn Clark is the 4th official on the far touchline.
You know, these 2 teams, you can absolutely compare them. You know why? Because this Birmingham team resembles the Rowdies team from years past. They were ready to go right out of the chute, organized, a usual starting 11. Everyone's very familiar.
Quick look at tonight's injury report as Enzo Martinez has a rip. Then on the backside, still work to do for the Rowdies. You saw the danger from Juan Agudelo there. Now another crack. They send it all the way across the face of goal. It will roll into touch and be a deep throw in here for Tampa Bay. Wow.
Well, I'll tell you what, Enzo Martinez just let it fly. Phil Brino did well. He saw it late. But guess what? The Rowdies defense were the last to react. Agudelo, sort of a tame shot to Brino. Double save by the goalkeeper. And this Rowdies team still have their heads in the locker room.
Brino more absorbed that than saved it. That replay brought to you by Bayfront Health St. Petersburg. Let's take a look at the injury report from this match. Leo Fernandez going to be out all season. Mikey Lopez, longtime MLS player, and maestro in the midfield, still nursing an injury for Birmingham.
Just gives you an idea of the depth of this Birmingham team. When Mikey Lopez comes in, he's going to want a space in the middle of the park.
So far, Legion FC, or the 3 Sparks as they are called. First 2 minutes on the front foot. Now a chance for Tampa Bay. You see Cal Jennings. He is ready to get on that scoreboard. Perhaps tonight is the night. Just 2 goals scored here for the Rowdies in the opening 3 games. The trend that's got to change, but you mentioned the Open. 10 new faces this year. It's going to take a while to gel.
And Coach Collins talked about, yes, of course, they want a great result, but more importantly, they have to play well. They have to play polished, where the passes are crisp, everyone is connecting, creating chances, and getting involved and tackling.
Talk about some of your keys to the match here tonight, Ryan.
Well, I think Lewis Hilton, he is going to have to dictate the tempo of this match. He's going to have to get the Rowdies comfortable on the ball, what they usually do in our Lang Stadium. This Birmingham team, they love to counter press. They press up high, create havoc, like you saw in the opening minute, Jeff, and create the chances immediately.
This is the captain, Aaron Guillen. Going to be careful with this, as you've got the really speedy Nico Brett, Prosper Kasim underneath on that right side. Nice to see Ariel Martinez dancing on the ball. This is his first start of the season, and not something we really expected. Usually he's one of those game changers off the bench at this stage of his career at 36 years old now. But obviously there's something that Neil Collins saw in training, that maybe you need the spark, that he's got a flair for the dramatics.
You know, when a team is just not playing well, you can have an individual player like that who will sort of wrong foot defenders and then just make something out of nothing. And I think Martinez brings that to the table for this Rowdies team.
Right. Lasso making no mistake going up and getting that when it hits the deck.
So important for this man to start getting comfortable with either Connor Antley and Aaron Guillen next to him. He is using that anticipation, getting to the ball first, winning the foul. But that only becomes possible because he anticipated it first.
Keon again looking to initiate the switch. Instead, we'll go route one. Not going to be a problem for Fanuel Kavita. Again, he and Alex Cronale have played a lot of games together in that pairing in the back.
You know, Jeff, just wanted to bring up what a moment for this youngster tonight, Tate Johnson. 17 years old, local kid. He's already agreed to go to a college. But boy, when you get a nod, when you get the chance to start in the USL Championship, you take it. This youngster has earned his time from last season to this season. What a moment for him.
Slated to play at the University of North Carolina. Not a bad program at all. A little bit more possession here now that we're 5 minutes gone. Here for the Rowdies. The Clouds kind of moving into the Bay Area. We'll run out of real estate on the far side. They'll go in behind for a goal kick for Birmingham Legion FC.
And Jeff, that's okay. As we can see, talking about legends, Van Okel.
Van Okel, yeah.
The man is not only a goalkeeper, he's also the goalkeeping coach. How do you have that conversation with yourself, Jeff?
Well, his backup, Trevor Spangenberg, got the start last week in the win at Hartford. So he's going to let some guys play. Doesn't want to play every day anymore.
Spangenberg got the man of the match against Hartford last week. Just to tell you what a great job Van Okel's doing on and off the field.
And their number 17, Matt Corcoran, also a 17-year-old in the midfield. Made the All-USL second team this past week. So got some youngsters out there and some old-timers.
He had the most passes in the game. What about that for a 17-year-old?
Yeah.
Talk about confidence.
Here's Johnson. Finds Ekra. Again, there's an age difference there, 17 to 32. Jan Ekra, now 249 USL Championship appearances. That is second all-time to the one and only Dane Kelly, who's at 252. So breaking in on a milestone and a record here. If Jan Ekra continues to get some starts here and doing this job he's doing for Neil Collins.
You know what they say about Dane Kelly? Death, taxes, and Dane Kelly scoring. Those are the three guarantees in life.
Yeah. There are some that will say that he creates chances. Finishing is a coin flip sometimes.
Yeah.
That's what some scouting reports would say. But it's huge impact when you've been in the league that long.
Yeah.
And scored that many goals.
You know, so far in the opening 7 minutes, if you are Neil Collins, you have to like the Rowdies' ability to hold the ball just for longer periods of time than they have in the recent past. And if you get a chance to force Birmingham back, all the talented players that they have, when they do win the ball back in their own third of the field, it's a long way to advance the ball.
Zachary Haribo winning one against his former mates. Here's Martinez slipping it through, top of the box. Due diligence done defensively by Legion FC. Now they'll come the other way. Agudelo gets dispossessed.
A great read by Dalga, just allowing Antley just to stand up Agudelo, and then Dalga just came in and pickpocketed.
Lasso plays it back. Barrino had to get to it quick, or Martinez would have had the easiest goal of his career. No more of those buddy passes, man. Jeez. Long switch from Kasim. Outside of the area, inside the D. It's going to be a free kick just outside the 18.
And I love this from Birmingham. The ball in from Prospect as he was asking the question. It put Antley under pressure. Now Antley had to put his foot in the cookie jar and he gets caught. And that's aggressive, attacking, brave football from Birmingham Legion.
Agudelo taking the foul and putting his team in position. Look, no goals so far this year, but he does have 5 chances created. You could almost count something like this as a chance created, because it gives your team a great chance at a set piece here just outside the D. Or inside the D, actually.
I love the distance for the free kick taker. It's just enough distance to get the ball up and over the wall. Don't have to drive this one. And it's a perfect angle for the right footer.
Not a lot of real estate to get it up and down, but it can be done.
It's usually the last person to touch the ball
Yeah,
with his hands.
it's going to be Enzo, yeah, no doubt.
Let's see.
Martinez now 32 years old. Long spell at Charlotte, couple of spells at Charlotte, and now starring for Birmingham. That one comes through, saved off the line and cleared a second time. But how about Cal Jennings recognizing the danger and clearing it?
Yep, finally showed up and cleaned up behind Phil Brino, who's done another great job preventing an early goal. The fake by Martinez, and Nico Brett just drills this one. Cal Jennings, like you said, Johnny on the spot.
Coming into touch, and will be a throw for Legion FC. Good energy in the building tonight. And the gold and green reward with 3. Having 3 stolen them from at the death in the opener against Indy.
First corner of the game. Let's see how Birmingham line up. See Kronyale coming up. Kavita coming up.
Kronyale scored a goal against Pittsburgh in the opener. It was really tucked in. Haribo got a foot to it, and now we'll send it to Martinez. Coming way out of his box was Van Oekel.
That was actually well done by Van Oekel. That ball could have gone anywhere. Took a touch, calmed things down.
Had to get that right, though.
And he did. That was fantastic. But Lewis Hilton again with his weaker left foot, putting the ball in a dangerous spot for the Rowdies to counter.
Hilton defending. Martinez comes wide to Kassim. Brett. Kassim here out on the edge again. Rowdies pack it in. Corcoran initiates the switch. They go all the way to the left side now.
Love the patience by this Birmingham team. Didn't force it. Kassim again could have forced it in. Decides to rotate the ball.
Ooh, Alves, how about that move from the rookie who had a goal last week and earns another corner.
Jeff, not just a goal, an absolute screamer,
right.
A typical Brazilian left back sort of goal. And this young man is full of talent, and he's linked up with Agudelo for more than one occasion this season.
Dangerous spot here defensively for the Rowdies. Giving up a lot of set piece opportunities here in the early going. Not a trend you want to keep going. So done by Haribo to get it out of trouble. And will race into touch. Well, catch the next generation of stars at the USL Academy Cup. Action concludes Sunday, highlighted by the U19 Boys and Girls Elite Finals on the USL YouTube channel. More information, you can visit usl-academy.com. Connor Antley starting at that right center back spot tonight. He's been plugging different players as Neil Collins into that spot. We've had Doherty in there. We've seen Kleeman in there. And tonight, Antley gets a run at it. And now here comes Ekra.
Change of pace by Jan Ekra. Such a veteran.
Plays catch with Johnson. Now Hilton. And will make the switch from the back.
The Rowdies usually have that natural width in their 3-5-2, but with this 4-2-3-1 by Birmingham, they've totally compensated for that width. So that's why all of these games between Phil Sean and Neil Collins usually are decided by one goal or end up in draws. They sort of cancel each other out.
Yes. The decision goes against the Rowdies. Tampa Bay all-time 3 wins, 1 loss, 3 draws. 2 of those draws came a year ago against Birmingham. And the postseason is where they've really gotten the better of them. 2020 playoffs in the quarterfinals, Birmingham lost 4-2 to the Rowdies. 2021 lost again in the semis, in the conference semis, 1-0. So payback on their mind at some point, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Certainly in the supporters' minds.
Tell you what, this group of players that the Legion have put together seems like really real contenders. I mean, in all the positions we can see so far, there's a lot of talent. There's some youth. There's a lot of experience to mix with that youth. I think Phil Schoen has the right ingredients.
Here's Colin Smith, player on loan from Dallas. That falls out to the top of the 18 after a deflection. Now Ekra gets under it. And they'll shield with 2 players right on his 6.
Well, nowhere for Jan Ekra to go. Great defending. That was by Cochran, the youngster, just shutting down all the angles for a passing outlet.
Patience shown here by Birmingham. He's a bit road weary. Well, make sure you relax boldly in Tampa Bay when you're here. Claim your next adventure at visitampabay.com. Usually never much of a vacation for the teams coming into Al Lang to play Tampa Bay Rowdies. Great road trip, though, for any fan base.
You know, in the early going so far, the possession 58 for the Rowdies, 42 rather for Birmingham.
But a lot of that's in their own half.
But I tell you what, yeah, it's more sort of aggressive and penetrative passes coming from Birmingham. They've created a lot more shots already. Shots on goal. You can ask Phil Brino. He will agree.
We'll talk to Neil Collins. Guarantee you he'll say possession, overrated stat. It's what you do with when you have it.
It's a type of possession.
Yep. There's Ekra again. Plays a diagonal. Coming out is Van Okel. Just some of that communication from the attacking midfielders to the forwards for Tampa Bay. You have to expect with a number of newcomers that's going to take a little while to gel.
It has to be reaction. It can't be any sort of thinking in the last third. And that reaction is just going to come quicker as the reps continue. But also look at Forrest Lasso. He played a back pass just minutes ago to Brino. Something he would not have done in a Rowdy shirt 2 seasons ago. And he seems to be a little bit rusty over the opening 3 games.
Martinez just outside the area was Brett. Went down. Kind of got caught off balance. Oh, how about the look here? Hilton out wide it goes. Guard will whip it back. Legion just pack things in. Waiting for a mistake. Herivo. Raise your hand if you knew Jake Arman and Zachary Herivo would have the 2 goals this season for Tampa Bay. Like his entire time in Birmingham, Zach only had 2.
Looks like
Arman hasn't had one yet until this year. And now a player right down in the midfield. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jan Ekra just took one. I think Cochran got there first. It's just the follow through. And you can hear the shriek from Jan Ekra all the way in the stands. Here it is. It's a 50-50. Ekra coming in. And he just gets there in time. It's that follow through. I caught Ekra.
You just get Hilton back. You don't want to lose Ekra. Charlie Dennis is available on the bench, getting a rest tonight.
You know, I think, you know, Coach Collins, he wanted that free kick. He wanted that one from the referee. A little protection, but I did think Cochran got there first.
Jan's going to try to walk this off.
You know, Charlie Dennis has had an impressive opening 3 games for this Rowdies team.
But just you got to think, right, with you got 3 home games after this one in the next 12 days.
Yeah.
Got to rotate the squad a little bit, but at the same time find some rhythm offensively. And maybe defensively, another giveaway. Hilton getting out of there.
Well, again, not the best touches from Connor Antley, but Lewis Hilton cleaning up very nicely.
Martinez holding it up well.
Martinez is just one of those players, just so comfortable with someone at his back or someone standing him up. He's okay with confrontation.
Let's look at the legendary Tom Sohn, now in his 5th season.
Tell you what, talking with him sometimes in pre-game conversations, he's such a gentleman, so generous with his information and time.
Now, if you follow soccer in this country over the years, he's done some things. DC United won a Supporter Shield in 07, won an Open Cup or 2. Was an assistant under Jay Heaps at New England for a number of years. Now Jay Heaps is now in the front office at Birmingham. And there's a lot of New England Revolution fingerprints here. Here's a chance for Jennings. Turns around in the box, gets a shot away. Martinez on Aguadello. Jennings just going to shoot as soon as he gets an opportunity.
I tell you what, the opportunity was started by Martinez again. Again, asking the question, wanting to take chances, taking risks. A little dink over the top. Kyle Jennings runs onto it. Good defending, good recovery by Birmingham. But that's why Martinez is in the starting lineup, trying to create something out of nothing.
Johnson gets it into Ekra. And really wings that one far. Nicely brought down. This is Dalgard. Makes one man miss. Gets it away. Shot is scuffed. Ekra heads it high into the night. Now, if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are looking for a field goal kicker, that had great form, but not what he intended, I am sure.
Dalgard did all the hard work there, man, just shaking, baking, and then he rose it into the path of Jan Ekra. And Jeff, you know what my old under-14 coach once said? When you hear the roar of the crowd, here it comes. Here's the shake, he rose it right into his path, and guess what? He looks up, Jeff Radcliffe. When you hear the roar of the crowd, that's when you look up, Jeff.
Yeah, right.
Keep your head on your laces. When the crowd roars, you know you've scored.
That works in golf too, doesn't it? If you're in the crowd roar, you're probably doing something right.
Jeff, are you asking me if for a golf approval? Because I have no idea. I mean, if you ask me if that's what you're supposed to do in golf, okay, sure.
No. You don't lift your head. Rowdies trying to settle into this a bit. Up in those wide areas, Johnson. All channels cut off, and now behind the play. It looks like Nico Brett in a bit of discomfort. The Jamaican with 1 cap for the Reggae Boys in his career. New Mexico last season, making a second stint in Birmingham. 48 appearances, 27 goals the last time. Let's see what happened. Shoulder barge.
Yeah, Lasso did get the ball, but again, it's the follow through in this sport that sometimes catches players. We saw Jan Ekra a little while ago and Nico Brett this time. Yep, and it was Lasso's shoulder into the chest.
Brett now 31, a one-time draft pick of Portland Timbers. To a nice home there in Alabama. Just a little wind knocked out, perhaps.
Tell you what, Nico Brett, you would never guess, and here's young Tate Johnson. So far, so good in the opening 25 minutes for the left wing back.
Well, Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship and many elite leagues throughout Europe. Visit www.selectsportamerica.com for the latest products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Poor touch there. Haribo getting grabbed by Agudelo, and that brings out a whistle.
It just seems in that defensive third, as the ball is trying to come out, it's not coming out cleanly.
Crisp, yeah.
And Coach Collins did talk about that pre-game conversation.
Fine Jennings there. Read well by Kavita.
You know, it's well noted the Rowdies only have 2 goals in the opening 3 games. You and I discussed off the camera that if your top players up front are not getting opportunities, it's usually a symptom of things happening before.
Yes, behind the play.
And the Rowdies are just, the sport is so kinetic that everything has to sort of link up like dominoes falling on top of each other. And when the passing back here fails, then the passing up top never actually comes to fruition.
Brino. Antley. Venture a little further forward. Gets the return ball from Dalgard. Can he catch it? Defense is there in Kavita. This is better. Hilton comes away with it. A little space to operate. Closes down quickly and is dispossessed. Just producing that final ball has been a problem. Here's Brett. Keeping his feet. Nico Brett. Plays it wide. Kasim, left foot. And he pulls the Jan Ekra and goes the other way over the top.
My under-14 coach right now would be wincing, Jeff Radcliffe. Same scenario. A victim of the same disease as Jan Ekra. Early ball from Nico Brett. He cuts inside. He finds some space and he looks up. And so goes the ball.
Antley. Tepid breeze blows through Owling Stadium right now. We're kind of in that shoulder season where it's about to get really hot and muggy. But you got that breeze blowing off the bay, which helps cool it down. You can just feel the season change as Van Oekel smothers and covers.
You know, Van Oekel doesn't have the agility he once had, but one thing he has now is that awareness in that 18-yard box. As soon as that ball went over the top, this USL Hall of Famer was right off of his line.
Chesapeake, Virginia native, 11 clean sheets a year ago, now in his 5th season in Birmingham.
Great press by Martinez. There he is again. Look at him. He may be getting a little long in the tooth, but boy, is he exerting some energy and trying to close players down.
Goalkeepers are like fine wine. They get better with age. Let's see what Martinez is dealing with here. Trainers will come out as he has the look of frustration. Van Oekel as well. So you've got Van Oekel at 36, Martinez at 36. They're the 2 players dealing with an injury at the moment.
You know what? If they ran a race, though, I'm going to go with Martinez.
I think so. High jump, though?
I'm going Van Oekel.
Well, this gives Neil Collins an opportunity to talk tactics here. Or is it just more motivation, you think?
I think it's just motivation. And a lot of the times you have to remind players of the things you discuss in the dressing room. And it's not difficult stuff. It's just stuff when you get going and you're running, you're not thinking about it anymore. And the coach just has to remind them of the positioning, of when you do get the ball, this person is going to be free.
Right. Train staffs still looking at Van Oekel. Get his backup Spangenberg started last week. And got the clean sheet at Hartford.
He was magnificent, and Van Oekel, of course, would want to come out. We'll talk about reinforcements with Spangenberg on the bench. Rowdies themselves, Phil Brino has done a great job in goal, but Connor Sparrow was brought to come in to fight for the starting position.
Dealing with an injury.
And so that competition is what's so important as well. That week-by-week competition for goalkeepers is so useful for teams.
Let's see, our cameras got a closer look at what happened with Van Oekel here from behind the goal view. Didn't look like much.
The worst injuries usually happen when you're standing
right there.
Yep.
Yes, the wince. Yeah, very good look by our crew there. And Van Oekel is taking the gloves off. So this is going to force Tom Sohn into a first half change. Well, you never want to be changing a keeper because that takes away options in the second half. So Eric Avila, one of his assistants behind him.
And not only that, the centre-back position and the goalkeeping position is all about rhythm. Talk about Spangenberg coming into a game now, 30 minutes gone.
Yeah.
He has no rhythm.
You're saying he can't dance? Is that what you're saying? Is he like you?
Yeah, I'm going to judge somebody on dancing. There you go.
He's got no rhythm, got no blues. So tough news for Van Oekel here, wishing him the best going forward. These athletes know their bodies so well. They know when it's just off enough. So here will be the first change for Birmingham. And it comes at the keeper spot. Spangenberg out of Mesa, Arizona. Now in his 5th season, about to make his 16th appearance for the Three Sparks. And 31, experienced as well. So that's a luxury to have goalkeepers with experience coming off the bench.
Well, as miserable as a penalty stopper Van Oekel is, Spangenberg is actually quite the opposite. Scouting report is excellent penalty stopper. Only had 3 appearances last season, but only 1 appearance so far, and man of the match in that 1 appearance last week against Hartford.
And the clean sheet. And we will resume after that delay. File that sub away. Ekra, this one comes back to Spangenberg, who gets his first taste of action within about 10 seconds. Bit of a push off. Does not want to be crowded. Ooh, my goodness gracious. Big lead collision, popping right back up is Johnson. Part of a Legion sandwich there.
Well, the veteran Enzo Martinez just taught Tate Johnson a little bit about physicality when the ball goes up in the air.
Physics and physicality.
Yes, that's right.
Johnson back on his horse. Surveys things and will lay it back. Hilton.
So often when Leo Fernandez was out there, you'd see Aaron Guillen come around the left wing back, but you can see the hesitancy now with young Tate Johnson there. Everyone is just taking an extra second to think about things or make that run. And you can see it in the Rowdies play. There's no separation from attacking players, from defensive players to get open.
Free kick here for the Rowdies here in a pretty advantageous spot. About 30 yards from goal. Who takes this one?
I would like the left footer to go towards the last post to give the person running onto the ball something to look at. But if Dalgard goes for it, he has to go straight for the keeper and look for someone to run across his path.
So one of the 2 wingers here, left or right, Johnson and Dalgard. Find the head of Maybe Forrest Lasso. Instead, that's going to go to Hilton.
What were they thinking? It was always going to be Lewis Hilton. He just gave them an opportunity to stand over the ball. Just is a little too far for a shot.
Yeah. Curls that to the back stick, headed down and behind.
Great delivery, right in the corridor of uncertainty. I'm with the new man, Spangenberg. Not sure if to come or to go. Great delivery by Hilton. And it looks like it was Connor Antley. Didn't get all of it.
Yeah, had a free shot at it.
A header across the face of the goal would have been perfect, but there's no such thing as perfection.
Just excellence.
Like you, Jeff Ratcliffe.
No. No, not even. And that is not an excellent pass. Brett to Kasim. A shout for perhaps a handball. Nothing happening though. It's Corcoran. Smith. Martinez, good shield. Now offside flag is up here. Left a little too early. Did Anderson Asiadu.
Tell you what a pickup Asiadu is. So good in injecting pace in the midfield, breaking up plays. We talk about counter press as one of the keys of the game for Birmingham Legion. With number 6, the N'Golo Kante of this team, breaks up plays by the minute and drives the ball into players' feet like Enzo Martinez, and allows Birmingham to get chances created.
Asiadu, 26 years old now in his 5th season in Birmingham. Oy. Foul against the Rowdies that time.
So far, no yellow cards though, Jeff. Not sure how long that's going to last, but there've been some tough tackles. Jan Ekra stayed out of the book.
Well, Paco Craig leads Miami FC into Kentucky to face Josh Winder and the reigning Eastern Conference winners, Louisville City FC. Don't miss the start of the new season of the USL on ESPN Saturday, May 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Antley gets that back into play. Oh, man, nearly a fortuitous bounce back to Martinez.
Oh, good ball.
Good hold up by Jennings. Gets it poked away. The throw in to Birmingham.
Well, I love the inventive pass to Kyle Jennings. Just couldn't hold it up. But the forward passing by the Rowdies is what you want to see if you're the coach. Oh, wow.
Giveaway. Martinez.
Oh, wow.
A retreat. Get it to Hilton. Boy, got clattered top of the box, and it'll be a free kick, Tampa Bay.
Looks like they're going to go with the first one on Martinez. But Martinez just put someone on the ground.
I know.
There's the 1-2 with Hilton. This is Asiadu coming in right behind Hilton. It looked like they called for the foul on Martinez just before that play.
Just outside the D. Watch this.
Well, this is the 1-2, and you can see it was Cochran who bodied off Martinez when he gave up the ball. And so Martinez is not impressed. Well, there seems to be no doubt who's going to take this one. Lewis Hilton, with the technique of one of the best in the USL, is going to ensure that he's going to have a crack on goal here.
Martinez there just in case. It will be Hilton. Gets it through and off of the wall. Will lead to a throw-in. So we come up on this 40-minute mark.
Spangenberg has to be relieved. His ward did the job.
And it will be a goal kick. So another opportunity goes awry.
First real high press from the Rowdies, and Birmingham do a great job.
The one touch now finds Martinez in the corner of the area. Coming out is Brino, laying it out in red perfectly by Antley. He put out the fire. Oh, that ball not of sufficient quality.
I tell you what, the flick to Martinez was just magical, and he was off on the races. Did the right choice. I just didn't put it back enough for the on-running Nico Brett.
You play the angles, man.
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes to go in the half plus stoppage. Again, trying to poke that one through.
It just seems so untidy right now for the Rowdies. Again, 40 minutes in, still can't find their footing.
Must be one of those against the run of play moments. On the edge. Dancing on the ball, Aguadello will lay it off. Martinez gives it a rip, puts it right over the top of the bar. You see the danger that number 19 possesses.
Well, we talked about Aguadello before the game, how much chances, how much space he creates for players. Well, he did that for this man, and Enzo Martinez is not going to ask for permission. Just lets it fly just over the bar. Now, these guys, you think you're having a good time, Jeff. These people have a good time every game.
Know how to do it. Tracking into the corner. How about Cal Jennings not giving up on it? Nicely done by the Rowdies. Ekra lays it off. Martinez to the back foot now. Dalgard will put that one in behind. It will be a corner kick here. So that came out of nothing and just hustle.
All started with Cal Jennings, and eventually drops to Dalgard, who just goes in the opposite direction, tries to hook it back.
Yeah, Spangenberg just had to be safe about that.
Yeah.
Those are the things Neil Collins are going to like. That kind of effort.
Now, it always takes pressure off of players when center backs can come up and get goals on set pieces. Look for number 3, Forrest Lasso here.
Hilton measures, left arm in the air. Out swinger at the 6. Ekra puts it into the box once more. Now Johnson! Oh my! Let the lefty fly. Didn't miss by much.
Well, the confidence of youth is unbounding. 17 years old. It pops out on his left foot and just puts his laces right through it. Woo!
Birmingham better be put on notice. Better mark that. Don't let him get that shot off again. Spangenberg pressed into duty after the injury to Van Oekel here. 2 minutes from halftime, no score. Back heel from Martinez, but nobody was with him on it.
High back line by the Rowdies, forcing Birmingham to try something different on that goal kick. Nowhere for Martinez to go. He tried the back heel. Possession back to the Rowdies.
Antley. Oh. Aguadello takes it off a tight rope. Given back. Harivo trying to get things started. All right, Cal Jennings coming in with a full head of steam. Yields a throw in. Rowdies will have it. Shots even 5 apiece. 3 on target for Birmingham, none yet for Tampa Bay. Lining with Johnson, running at defenders, trying to find Jennings, just wrong-footed him. Put Macedo under pressure. It's 10-15 minutes or so have been better.
Absolutely. Rowdies getting some sort of rhythm going. And that ball by Tate Johnson was the right ball, just on the wrong side of Jennings. Something you would see executed a lot better in the coming weeks as players get used to playing with each other.
So just has to put that wide. Numbers come back to defend. Kasim. Nothing doing there. Guillen shaking his head, no, no, no.
Ever the competitor.
6 minutes of stoppage time to be tacked on here as we've reached the full 45 here in this first half. Smith, Bernali. They're a little early. Guillen, nothing in it. Throw in Rowdies.
Well, after the opening minutes where Kasim Prosper put a beautiful ball in to Agudelo on the far side, he's been in Aaron Guillen's hip pocket as Aaron Guillen has really got the better of him in the last 10-15 minutes. There's been no production on this right-hand side for the Legion.
A little too handsy there from Corcoran. Crowd is filled in nicely here on this Saturday night in St. Petersburg. Chamber of Commerce-like conditions. Looky there. Comes the pressure from Agudelo. Antley in a bit of trouble, and now it comes to Brett, but he's offside. The high line got him.
Again, though, the ball goes back to Brino, and the pass from Brino to Connor Antley is not crisp. So now Connor Antley's in a position where the forward can now close him down. These are the little things coming out from the back that then takes effect up top. So the ball never actually gets to the midfield, and then there's no service up front.
Right. Work in progress. 2 minutes of the 6 have been played. Martinez hustles back. Enzo Martinez now. Find Agudelo. Dalgard gets ahead to it. A little push. Jennings. Incredibly active. Just needs to get a chance at it. Enzo Martinez. Guillen's got it. Checks his space. And back it goes.
Beautiful from Birmingham. Corniali, excellent header. Cochran took the sting out of the play, slips it to Acedo, and now Birmingham reset. That was fantastic from the visitors.
It's for Kasim on the overlap. Smith, the right back. Good stop and start from Smith. Gets across away, lays it back. Martinez in the area, keeps his feet and earns the corner kick here.
You said it best. 19-year-old Smith will stop start, catches Aaron Guillen. Just enough space to bring Martinez into the play. But then the recovery from the holding midfielder and the centre back just to shepherd Martinez away.
Bit of a homecoming for Colin Smith, native of Jacksonville. Hands in the air, Brino. Seam spins it, in swinger. Lasso got ahead to it first. The race is on for the second ball, collected by Asidu. One-on-one with Martinez. Sloppy on its way out. Job by Agudelo. Another ball squirts in, and it is a goal in stoppage time for Nico Brett and Legion FC, and a mistake leads to it.
Well, Prosper Kasim sort of fell out of the game in the last 15 minutes, but he went back to what he does best, create chances. He did that in the opening minutes to Agudelo. It didn't pay off this time. Asiedu, the smallest man on the field, picks up position, and look at the technique. Buries it. It's Nico Brett, actually. Buries it. Great header, great delivery. Not a green shirt around.
Placed it perfectly. Nico Brett's second goal of the season. And the Jamaican has put Birmingham in front in the final moments of this first half. Had 7 goals a year ago with New Mexico, 27 in his 2 years in Birmingham before that, so he knows how to find it. And there's Neil Collins. Don't like conceding anytime, but right before a half, first 5 or last 5 of any half, especially bad. We put out. In the final minute of stoppage time here, the Rowdies can get an equalizer late on. Long switch. Will be a throw-in.
That was a great read from the left back, Gabriel Alves. He's not only adept in going forward, but covers the angles well.
Long ball. Corner for Dalgard, can't get it. Agadelo's on it. He'll dribble himself to halftime here. Up the line it goes to Antley.
Just going back to Prosper Kasim, didn't make it difficult, didn't complicate things, Jeff. Just took his time, used his technique, put the ball right into the danger area. And Nico Brett, being the number 9 that he is, executed well.
Curling ball from Hilton. Nobody on the other end of it. That may do it here.
A little bit of desperation from the Rowdies, knowing that time was ticking by, trying to find that gap just behind Alves, but the Brazilian left back has done well.
Snyder checking the watch. Let this run a little longer. How much time? There's Tom's own staff yelling. Yeah, not going to do anything positive with it. They'll just blow the whistle. And that will take us to half. Birmingham in first half stoppage time off the head of Nico Brett have the 1-0 advantage against Tampa Bay here at home. Our Visit Tampa Bay halftime show on the way right after this on ESPN+.
Can health insurance help cure loneliness? Can it take care of your best friend too? Or hold your hand for 9 months? Can it be there for you at 3 a.m.? Or inspire you to go the extra mile? We think so, which is why every day we ask ourselves, what else can health insurance do? Come find out.
Imagine a company steeped in heritage, innovating into the promise of what the future can bring, like a phoenix helping others find prosperity. Sagicor's brand, the wisdom to help people make solid financial decisions and the compassion to do good for society and those in need. Life insurance and annuities from Sagicor show your partner, family, and loved ones just how much you care about their financial security. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
We welcome you to the Visit Tampa Bay halftime show, and at the half it is Birmingham leading Tampa Bay 1-0. Well, tonight is the first of 4 straight home matches in all competitions for the Rowdies, and if you've ever been here, you know that Ralph's Mob and the crowd at Al Lang Stadium really knows how to bring it. Case in point, a look back, the sights and sounds of the Week 1 against Indianapolis.
Let's go.
But guess who's back in the back for us, Lasso? The two-time. Here's who they don't have: Sebastian Guenzati. The organization.
We wanted to put on a much better spectacle for our fans. That was our focus. 3 points, good performance. We didn't get really either of those things tonight, but one thing we did is learn. You know, we learn and get a chance to try and go and make it better.
Well, our halftime show, presented by our partners at Visit Tampa Bay, will continue after these words from the USL Championship.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Back to our Visit Tampa Bay halftime show, and the storylines from around the league, they are big ones nationally. The USL Championship and all League One matches available live on ESPN platforms in the year 2023. And there's even scheduling this year. 24 teams in the league, divided into 2 conferences, balanced 12 and 12. Each team will play the other in the other conference once and their own conference twice. Here are the preseason top 5 power rankings. And one of the teams tonight are in that top 3. Birmingham Legion, Louisville's 4. The other 3, all from the West. Sacramento Republic, San Antonio FC, and San Diego Loyal SC. Those power rankings have been known to change. Here's a look at the Week 3 Team of the Week. The goalkeeper, Jordan Farr from San Antonio, had 5 saves, including a penalty kick and a big win. That gets him on the team. The ones that you can point out to, the 2 Charleston battery mates, Nick Markinich and Fidel Barajas, who had that amazing goal, actually ended up being the goal of the week as well on the team, along with the rest of the names you see there. Here's a look at the standings going into tonight's matchup. Birmingham Legion in the lead here and could grow that lead if they can come out with the 3 tonight here in Tampa Bay. They sit at the top with 7, followed by Tulsa, Pittsburgh, Louisville City, Charleston Battery, Indy 11, Loudoun, Detroit City, and the Rowdies just a point out of that 8th place spot. They will need to get points tonight to be able to keep pace. Here's a look at some of the finals from around the USL Championship earlier today. Hartford Athletic in Orange County, East versus West, goes 1-1. Another East-West matchup, Colorado Springs Switchbacks beat Loudoun 1-0. Now in the second half, Rio Grande Valley over Detroit City FC. Indy 11 Las Vegas Lights are scoreless in Indianapolis. And the team that comes in here next against the Rowdies, the Miami FC, up 1-0 against Memphis 901. Well, the best part of our halftime show, Ryan Davis breaking down the stats for the first half. That is coming your way with the highlights right after this on the Visit Tampa Bay halftime show.
What happens when a company puts health solutions at the center of everything it does? At Florida Blue, Tai Chi happens. Nurse visits happen. This happens. A nutrition class happens. Answers to your health insurance questions happen. And a healthier you happens. So come by your local Florida Blue Center and experience health solutions at the center.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences, find new roads. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or current competitive owners get $3,000 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. See your local Chevy dealer.
Halftime show presented by our partners from Visit Tampa Bay. At the half, it is Tampa Bay trailing 1-0 to Birmingham Legion FC. Jeff Ratcliffe, Ryan Davis. First half, it boils down to a goal right now in stoppage time by Nico Brett. But the Rowdies had some chances in this. How do they get back and get back into this game going forward?
I think Rowdies are usually very effective when they go outside and come back in. But when the ball goes outside, there's not enough runners and there's not enough space to actually get those opportunities. Here's that very first opening minutes. It was Martinez, the save by Bruno, and a facial save at the end to keep the ball out of the net, just to keep this Birmingham Legion team at bay. Then a crossing, and Agudelo catches Connor Antley out of position. Free kick right on top of the box. This one goes straight to Bruno, and there's Kyle Jennings mopping up to keep this score at 0-0.
Yeah, it looked like they had survived the onslaught.
That was a header by Connor Antley just wide. Great service by Lewis Hilton. And here's the young Tate Johnson. His first look at goal just over the bar. And that was the Rowdies' best look in the first half.
Oh, goals change games, don't they? In stoppage time.
Prosper goes back to the well. crosses the ball, great header by Nico Brett. The two Rowdies defenders, Antley and Lasso, both kept left watching, and it allows Birmingham Legion to take a valuable 1-0 lead.
Let's take a look at some of the stats from that first half. Some things to digest for you, Ryan. What do you see?
Well, I see the Rowdies' possession at 57-42, but Jeff, like we talked about, it's not as penetrative as the Birmingham Legion. Legion have been playing very simple, allowing the Rowdies to have more possession, but counter-pressing. They break up tackles, then get very direct with their passing. As a result of that, 6 shots, 4 of them on target, compared to the Rowdies' 7 shots with none of them on target. Corners 4-1 to the Legion, meaning again their possession being a lot more impactful and allowing chances to be created on their offensive end.
Upcoming schedule for your Rowdies. It's going to be a busy one here at home. You want to start this off on the front foot, get some points tonight. But then the rivals from down south, Miami FC comes in here on the 8th, and the Charleston Battery after that. So maybe some payback. But before that, you've also got the Open Cup match against Nona FC here on Tuesday. Then it's on the road at San Diego out west, then up to Detroit City, and then they welcome in Phoenix Rising, an always tough opponent here at Al Lang. That's a look ahead at the month of April for your Tampa Bay Rowdies. We get set for half number 2. See what tactical adjustments or just what motivations have been imparted on this team from Neil Collins. If you are Tom Stone and Birmingham Legion, you have them right where they want them. They're in position to take points here. They prefer all 3. The Rowdies are going to be coming at the supporter end here in this second half. There's the goal scorer, Nico Brett, scored in the 50th minute. Or 5th minute of stoppage.
What a goal scorer Nico Brett is, huh? I mean, over the last couple of seasons, he has 35 goals in the last 3 seasons. And then before that, had 32 in the 2 seasons before with the Riverhounds.
That is productive. Rowdies will attack left to right here in this half. Green and gold underway, chasing a 1-0 gain. Welcome you back. There's our friend Ryan Sudol asking the crowd if they're ready. I'm sure they are. Ready for a goal. Only seen one in this building thus far this season. And the man that scored that goal not available to play tonight in Jay Garman. So it's got to come from someplace else.
What we used to see in the past is when the ball goes out wide to the wing backs, when it does come back inside, the play becomes very quick. And that's how the Rowdies end up shifting and getting behind the back line. The speed of play is just not there.
Brett tried to turn. Lasso read it. Brett down inside the circle. A good close-up look of a combination of Dalgard and Antley here in the second half. Harivo against his former mates. You know, he wants it tonight. Oh, how about the run here from Ekra? Keeps it alive, gets a left foot across, and draws the corner kick here in the early going of the second half.
Not the quickest of players, but so shifty and knows how to use his body to wiggle free. Jan Ekra back to the goal, just a shift to the left and off to the right, and he's on the run. And Kronyali then has to work his wonders to stop the ball coming in.
Here's the chance. Looking to level the terms. Lewis Hilton. Lasso sitting on the back post. Kavita on him. Falls right to where he was at. He got pushed out of that spot. And well, Kavita launches it all the way to the other side of the field. Tracking is Guillen.
Great job by Kavita, though.
He's good. 30-year-old Congolese player. 3 apps in Major League Soccer with RSL. And his 3rd season with Birmingham after spending some time in St. Louis and Puerto Rico. There's Cal Jennings speeding through, will hold it up. Ekra To Martinez, opts to go the other way with it. Harivo. Dalgard gets one away, and
Jeff,
it's out.
It's the little things. When the ball came back to Ekra and he slipped it to Martinez, right, usually there's the 1-2, an injection of pace. Martinez again, first start for the season, usually comes off the bench, brand new. He elects to go out wide, it gets to Dalgard, then it becomes so predictable for Birmingham. When the injection of pace comes into the middle, that's option number one.
Right. Harivo, some space to operate, checks his surroundings. Almost a negative back to Dalgard, and we'll try the other side.
Well, he looked for Dalgard out in the right-hand side and saw no one, so he had to turn back.
Yep.
Dalgard was to the right-hand shoulder of Connor Antley. There's that Birmingham press now. That 4-2-3-1 is like a blanket. Here it comes.
Dalgard in some trouble. Get it away. Martinez having to drop really deep to receive this ball. Now Hilt on the diagonal. The run is there for Mr. Johnson. Tate catches up and gets cleaned out and clipped. And a yellow for his efforts, Colin Smith.
Well, there was a race between the 19-year-old and the 17-year-old, and the 17-year-old got there first.
Welcome to USL, man. That's, oh, goodness gracious.
Here's Smith. It was all or nothing, man or ball.
And he got man.
He got the man.
So first yellow of the match for either team goes to Colin Smith. Tate bounces right back up, though.
I tell you what, Tate Johnson, first start, other than a broken neck, he's not coming out of this game. It just shows, though, what the youth system is producing in this country. We've seen over the last 2 seasons, USL players leapfrogging MLS and going straight to Europe with contracts. We just saw Castaneda,
right.
Castaneda, the other youth project for the Rowdies, goes straight to Europe. He's in 2nd division, Germany now. And now Tate Johnson getting his first start at left wing back at 17 years old.
Opportunity here for the green and gold. Anything off the training ground here, this is the time to hit it.
Lasso has to become a factor on these set plays.
And overshoots everybody.
I'm going to chalk up that to Lewis Hilton being rusty. Usually those are right on the money. And
yeah, you can tell.
He's still thinking about it. He's ever the gamer. Got a chance to meet his family, and they are the nicest people, and he comes from good stock, as they say.
Back in England, a new Quay. 10th in the league in chances created last year, Lewis Hilton. Just underlines more his importance. Harivo. Push, that's an easy foul call for our referee, Thomas Snyder.
Well, for the 2nd time, Harivo is looking to the right, looking for Dalgard, and Dalgard is nowhere to be found on that right midfield position. So Harivo again has to turn back into traffic.
Again, measuring things to Hilton. As you get late in the season, you want to take that southeastern United States advantage of the heat and the humidity. We're not quite there yet, one. Number two, Birmingham's also from the southeast and used to weather like this. Not a problem.
Still a breezy.
You're not going to wear them out.
Breezy 78 degrees in our land.
It will become a factor as we get into the summertime. Chipped ahead. Harivo off of the Rowdies midfielder for a throw.
And that's where the advantage of having like a Croniale and Kavita partnering. Kavita immediately saw the weakness. He saw that his left back was beat, came right across and just shepherded Zach Harivo and the ball to safety.
Brazilian Gabriel Alves. That cracker of a goal last week to help his team win. And what was his second start. 24-year-old out of Marshall University, so older, but applied his trade in college here in the States. Marshall won a national championship with Alves on the roster. Flat-footed a bit. Jennings has a ton of energy. Definitely does the work off the ball. Canale on his keister.
Well, with Martinez getting the nod at 37, Coach Collins does have some reinforcements on the bench. He has Felix Schroeter, the German, and of course Jerome Williams.
JJ started the first two matches. It's been MIA since. It's all about finding the roles and fitting the puzzle pieces together, as we talked this week with him. When you have this many changes to a roster, you certainly have a culture and a way of playing.
Yeah, and a speed of play, and that's so critical in regards to offsetting the defense.
Sidu and Haribo just locking arms, and it'll be a foul against the Rowdies.
Two similar type of players, industrious. They want to break up plays and engage. There's Haribo, number 20 from Haiti. Had a chance to play in Japan, where his mom is from and his dad is from Haiti.
19 caps with Haiti at the national team level. And 10 Major League Soccer apps with the New England Revolution. Mentioned that again. The president and GM is Jay Heaps. Remember, Haribo played for Birmingham last couple of years. A lot of that Revolution DNA in this roster.
Oh, great recovery, Connor Antley. But the ball from Alves before was just sublime.
Pick the pocket. Ekra on his horse, crosses halfway. Needs some support though. Will slip it through. Shot on the way, save. Flag was up anyway, or Jennings had a nice crack at things, but he was offside when he received the ball.
Well, it was positive by the Rowdies, great counter-attack, but the back line from Birmingham was inch perfect in pulling up just as Ekra released the ball. Carl Jennings, we talked about his unselfishness running off the ball. Here's a better look. Yep, immediately goes off. Alves smartly not backing up, staying with the line.
There's more on the experience of those center backs too, Kavita and Canale. But Canale, number of seasons, he was a homegrown for Crew SC in Columbus. 34 appearances in Columbus at the MLS level. So you just got all over this roster some experience at the higher levels in the United States.
Tell you what, Tom Schoen has to be liking what he's seeing.
Including the coach, right?
Yeah.
The guy's won at that level too.
Has to be licking his lips thinking this might be the season for this Birmingham team.
If you're as old as I am, Thompson was a player for Chicago Fire, won an MLS Cup back in '98. A couple of Open Cups as well, played for Dallas. The Dallas Burn, not FC Dallas, Dallas Burn, that's going back.
So funny you should bring up the Open Cup. This Tuesday, the Rowdies play Nona FC right here at Al-Alam Stadium.
You're getting the TV thing down with the segues.
Jeff,
it's perfect.
You're giving me layups.
Nona FC here, free admission to all season ticket holders. Don't expect a big crowd on a Tuesday night, but Get that campaign off on the right foot. Back-to-back home games. Miami FC and Charleston. Let's have something brewing here. Guillen sprays it left. Comes back to him from Johnson. This is Lasso. Everybody on the attacking half, save for the keeper, Brino. Jennings in the box. Comes out. Dalgard. Going to collect it.
Good patience by Rowdies and excellent discipline by Birmingham.
Oh, how about that ball? Ekra, can he finish? Lays it back one more time, Martinez. They're sniffing it here. And eventually cleared by Kavita.
Oh, look at the touch by Martinez. But Jeff, there was a window. Tackled by Lasso. Oh, he got ball.
Yeah, and Lasso's going to go into the book for it.
There was a window, Jeff, where Jan Ekra had a little bit of daylight and just didn't sniff it out. But here's that tackle by Lasso as Brett's retreating. He knows Lasso's in his rearview mirror. Goes through him, points at the ball, but went through the player and quite rightly goes into the book.
It's his third yellow card of the season already. Remember, you accumulate a number of those, you sit out a match. So that's 3 yellow cards through 4 games for Forrest Lasso. Bigger concern for Birmingham is Nico Brett. On his back right now, the goal scorer right now has the game winner, but a long way to go.
Nico Brett also got a shoulder barge from Lasso in the first half, right in the chest. So he's been in the end of some tough tackles from the big center back.
Yeah, I got player before the ball.
Yeah, I think that was a tackle from behind as well. Never really from the side.
These 7 shots, still none on target. As you look at Thompson, his assistant Eric Avila, who played a little MLS in Dallas and I believe a season up in Orlando City when they first started in Major League Soccer. So homecoming for him as well. Make sure you relax boldly while in Tampa Bay. Claim your next adventure at visitTampaBay.com. Jennings. It's hit out. Johnson. Disrupted just enough, and it'll be a throw. Long switch measured by Alves, and it'll be a throw for Tampa Bay. And now here comes our first sub for Neil Collins.
Well, the roadrunner is about to come on for Tate Johnson.
Dayon Harris. So Johnson's night is done as a like-for-like sub. Speed for speed. Well, measure Johnson's performance here tonight in his first start of the season.
I thought it was very solid, 7 out of 10. He wasn't as inventive, as brave, and that's understandable. It's your first start, but did all the right things defensively. And when he got the ball, distributed it well. So it looks like Seb Dalgard is going to go across to the left-hand side, and Dayon Harris is going to go across his natural right side.
So Harris for Johnson. First change here for the Rowdies. The second half comes just past the hour mark, so you'd expect. And the chess pieces start moving. Dalgard getting into a battle and earns the call.
There's always a question with Dayon Harris. Do you give him 90? Do you give him the first 60 or the last 30? Coach Collins seems to be comfortable enough to have him play the last 30. Good call by the referee. Jan Ekra never even looked at the ball.
And that's exactly what he told him.
Yep.
Legion FC 1-0 to the good. The goal from Nico Brett in the first half so far holding up. Battle in the midfield here. Antley. Hilton. Dalgard will try to catch it.
Again, Birmingham do a great job recovering. Rowdies have to reset. No penetration.
Dalgard. And earns the corner kick here. So good quick first step from Sebastian Dalgard, the Dane.
Just so competent one-on-one, whether on the right side or the left side. Knows exactly what the coach wants. Definitely one of Coach Collins' usual suspects.
Okay, we've talked about Hilton's set-piece delivery here in his return to the lineup after going off 9 minutes into the season opener.
Well, with Kavita's ability to defend Lasso, may have to look for option B. Maybe a Connor Antley or Zach Haribo.
Yeah, the threes may cancel each other out. And they will go all the way back there again. It's overcooked.
All right, so when you are coming in for a header, you have to give yourself space for that exact same
go
reason.
in on it. You can't reel
so
back. Yep.
If he pinches in too quickly and the ball is overhit, it actually falls on Forrest Lasso, not on Lewis Hilton. He has to give room to come in and attack the ball.
Deep throw here for Legion FC. Brett down on the turf again.
You know, as good as he is scoring goals, very adept at holding the ball up for his teammates, Nico Brett. Winning free kicks, taking the pressure off of the team when they're trying to play the ball out from under pressure from the Rowdies. This Birmingham Legion team just seems to have all of the right ingredients for the soup.
Minute. And he's looking for an equalizing goal. Forced back again. Here comes Martinez. Pressing action.
Wow.
Harris was looking for it. Marvo has to go back with it. Well, don't miss a minute of the action in 2023, whether your club is on the road or at home. Catch nearly every second of the USL Championship action on ESPN+, the home to the USL, MLS, La Liga, the Bundesliga, UFC, and a whole lot more. Sign up today at plus.espn.com. Dalgard circles back. Help comes from Asidu. Ooh, high boot.
Dalgard just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
What kind of dental plan do you have, right? Here's the first change for Tom Sohn. So Prosper Kasim will come out. And Grayson DuPont will make his first appearance of the season. Birmingham native, now in his second season. This is his 8th appearance overall. Starred at UAB, the University of Alabama, Birmingham.
Well, Kasim, yes, he created the goal, but again, still sort of out of the play for the Legion again for a long period of time. Good move by Sean.
Oh, big win in the center of the park. Harris nearly got there, and Haribo will be called for the foul there. Telling him to back it up. Grayson DuPont also just came on, has a little bit of Florida DNA. Started at Montverde Academy over in Lake County.
Well, here's that press again. Haribo getting all ball and stealing the ball from Alves, and referee kindly calling the free kick for the visitors.
Kindly. Martinez working the one with Agudelo. 19 back to 9. Agudelo in the area. He'll give it a go. Good defense by Lasso. Martinez poked away. Harivo. Harris.
Brilliant from Cochran. 17-year-old is just
fielding.
has such a great head on his shoulders.
Kavita will come back the other way. Hit the arm. Something brewing for the Rowdies here. Nope. As soon as you say it, the curse of the commentator gets you. And a foul committed by Jennings.
This young man, Smith, is started all 3 games. This will be number 4 for him for the Legion. He is so good, either playing right back or right midfield for Tom Sean in this 4-2-3-1. He is on the ball. Just again, more young talents coming through the ranks.
Jennings 11 goals last year with Las Vegas. 22 in 2 seasons between that and LAFC. A lot of quality in the newcomer. Will he get a chance to put it on display tonight? Maybe here. Too far out in front. And backing it up is Spangenberg.
Love the high line by Birmingham Legion. So controlled. Yes, Ekra found the gap, but the space for error is just so small. And the pass has to be picture perfect for Carl Jennings to run onto it.
Rowdies down to the last 20 minutes and change here to get something out of this match.
Again, good press by the Legion, forcing Lasso to take evasive action. They seem to be hunting in packs, Birmingham Legion. When they press, they all press together.
Going to have a substitution for Tampa Bay. And it'll be a double switch. So Harivo will exit. And Charlie Dennis will enter. And now we'll see Felix Schurter. The German in for Jan Ekra.
So Dennis is going to slide into that attacking midfield role. Interesting to see where Schurter goes.
Well, this will be the first time folks here at Al Lang have seen Schurter.
So Martinez goes into the number 10 role. Dennis goes into that box-to-box midfield next to Lewis Hilton. And Schurter goes up top with Carl Jennings.
Schurter, 11 goals last year playing in Norway. Spent a lot of time in the lower divisions in Germany, also with Schalke 2. There's a reason Neil Collins brings a player like him in. He is energy.
He did say that in the German league he was not getting sufficient service, but still managed to score a high rate of goals per chance. So they liked his ability to finish in tight areas. And like you said, hard worker.
He's on the ball now. Schurter ahead. Jennings. Harris! And scuffs it wide of the target.
Well, it all started with a counter press by the Rowdies, taking a page out of the Birmingham Legion book. Pressing high, making the mistake, and it was Schurter going one way. Here comes the reverse pass, and Harris just scuffing it.
You like the combination, though?
I do, and I do like the speed of play.
So in the midfield now, it's Dennis and Hilton in the center.
Charlie Dennis in his 3 games is now in the top 10 in crosses in the USL Championship, and that comes a lot from dead ball situations, but has great technique.
Down goes Corcoran. Little milk every minute he can here. Collins having a word with the assistant.
Looks like Cochrane, yep, picked up some cramp maybe.
Ariel Martinez out there, all 36 years of him, still going. 73 minutes in, surprised that he wasn't a change. Lucky M. Kasana not in the 18 tonight. The other attacking option is going to be Williams.
Thing is, with Schroeder and Jennings, that's the two forwards right there. And Martinez now in that number 10 role. Not many players can play that role.
Which he can do, yeah.
Yeah. If there would be a change, Dennis will have to play that number 10 if Martinez comes out.
1-2 here. Schroeder gets a shot off his hip and puts it high, but man, that's some quality just to bring that down.
Well, again, it was Martinez serving up some Cuban coffee. Turns and just dinks it over the top. Like you said, one touch, but then just couldn't keep it down.
Foul that away. If you're Birmingham, don't give him any shooting space. Rowdies have 63.7% of the possession. Not what Neil Collins is worried about right now. 8 shots, none on target. That's what he's worried about. And conceding just before halftime. Here comes the press. And given away. Asidu squares it. Corcoran falls in front. Bit of a ricochet off of Brino, but he covers.
Great technique by Corcoran. Awkward hop for Brino. Did well. Good technique on his part as well. But that's how Birmingham gets their chances. That high press, quick pass. Literally 1-2 passes and they have a shot on goal.
Getting the edge. Jennings on the turn. Into the attacking third is going to be fouled by Kavita. And he'll go into the book, I think, here. He turns his back on the referee. I think it doesn't matter. Yep, and he's shown yellow. So Kavita picks up his first yellow card of the season.
Well, Kavita's not impressed that he had to come all the way back when he's out of position. And took the professional foul on Jennings. From the Democratic Republic of Congo. And what a partnership he's formed with Konyale. Now, question to be asked.
You can go for this one.
Lewis Hilton, not sure if he has the confidence just yet to try it. If not, it's going to be another bit of service to the last post in Forrest Lasso's direction. But what about Dennis, the tall man coming from deep? Just at the top of your screen, top of the box.
Dennis is 6'2". He is a target. They'll go to the back stick. Headed once, but headed sideways.
And it was Charlie Dennis coming in late.
Spangenberg will take his time. Schroeder. Hilton took a shot, and now another yellow. They're starting to pile up. Agadello gets one. Third yellow card now on the 3 Sparks. Hilton thankfully up.
He's up play again, breaking up in the center circle. Here comes Agudelo. As he stamp inadvertent. Referee right on top of it.
You know, 5 seasons with the New England Revolution, 142 appearances, 28 goals. And that Revolution connection, failed to mention one of them. Cano Smith, the former assistant coach, just accepted the head coaching job at Rhode Island FC, which will begin play in USL next year. So former Revolution stalwart. Cano Smith spent some time as the assistant coach of the Orlando Pride of the NWSL. So Cano, if you're watching, congratulations. A great one up in New England. Oh, just down outside the area.
Uh-oh.
Look out, winds up. Brett took too long to wind it up. Here's Agudelo. To the rescue, Dalgard. Some work to do. Kernale, boy, everybody on the attacking half near for Legion FC. Should end the threat. Back to Brino. Just skirt that one into touch.
Just didn't have the angle to switch it. If he came across the goal and tried to switch it, there was a forward right there. So he had to go back into the traffic. Phil Brino.
Neil Collins is gesticulating. He's fired up tonight. Normally the mild-mannered Scotsman.
I think for Coach Collins, he talked about before this match, he wants the team to play well, no matter the result. And again, he's not seeing that flow from the team. There's a bit of hesitation. Looks a little bit clunky.
On the move again. Harris. Jennings. Good stop. Has it poked away and now cleared by Asidu.
Again, Asidu staying tight. Almost like an anchor man in front of that back four. And tidying up right in front of the centre-backs.
Nice job played by Harris. Antley trying to overlap. And that may be the end of it.
Oh, beautiful from Birmingham. Beautiful.
And put into touch. Well, Paco Craig leads Miami FC into Kentucky to face Josh Winder and the reigning Eastern Conference winners Louisville City FC. Don't miss the start of the new season of the USL on ESPN Saturday, May 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. You know, it's not fair. We have to wait till gotta wait till May to listen to Mike Watson, Devin Kerr. Come on, man. Don't do that to us. Nine minutes to go here. Tampa needs a goal in the worst way. You do not want to concede here. Inside the area. Oh, Brino, the big save. Colin Smith had a nose for goal there.
Well, we talk about goals on one end for attackers, but what about this save? It's almost as good as a goal on the other end. 2-0 down. It's good night, good fight. Phil Brino just came up with a blinder. Colin Smith, the 19-year-old, just takes a stride, does everything right, and somehow he gets down there and saves it. A strong left hand as well.
Well, the Rowdies were beaten. Leads to a corner. Arking falls in the box, but Kavita tried to get back to it. Bit of a half bicycle from Harris to clear. And a long switch.
Go Cal! Go Cal!
Enzo Martinez always seems to find the right pass.
DuPont had a seat.
Oh, it stays in.
Going the other way. Great chance in behind. And there it is, the brace for Nico Brett. And it is 2-0 Birmingham here on the road.
Birmingham generated this. Everybody stopped and stared as they thought the ball was going out of play. The curls kept it in play. Beautiful run behind it, and the delivery right on point. It beat Aaron Guillen, the 17-year-old Cochran. Look at that heads-up play right into the path where only Nico Brett can play it. And the reggae boy did the rest.
The 83rd minute killer. Nico Brett goals 2 and 3 tonight. Now you really got to throw the kitchen sink at him.
And Birmingham Legion legitimately look like contenders. The way they've come in here, Rowdies were always going to dominate possession with their style of play. And the Legion adapted and just capitalized on the space and the mistakes.
Ariel Martinez going to come out. Now we'll see J.J. Williams. Corcoran comes out. Moses Mensah. And it looks like Diba Nwegbo. This coach is emptying the bench late on. Well, not much time to figure things out. Back here Tuesday night Open Cup. And to talk with Ryan Helfrich, he reminded Neil Collins that he will not be able to coach in that match because he got sent off against Orlando City in the last game last year.
That's right.
So he will have to be watching from the box up here with us.
Tell you what, Coach Collins did talk about this home stand being so important, where players who are not used to be playing with the Rowdies get real playing time in Al Lang Stadium. And they're hoping after this home stretch they can come out of here a better team.
Feel good if you can just get a win under you, right? That will kind of get some wind in the sails.
Yeah, get some belief when the ball goes in the back of the net.
Back-to-back losses. Count the times on one hand that's happened in the Neil Collins era.
Yes, very much so.
And at least have a say here late on. Saw Schroeder earlier. Jennings still with a full head of steam. And that'll be put into touch. What? It looked like that was off of Alves, but no. 5 minutes to go. Need 2 goals to at least pull level here. You see flashes, right, Ryan? There's just got to get the whole package tied up and tidy.
The big question tonight is, yes, 9 shots, but none on target. That means the quality of shots just aren't there.
10 shots now, yeah.
10 shots. A lot of these shots outside of the box, tough angles, and the ones that were in daylight means they weren't put on target, just poor technique.
Number of substitutions. Expect some significant stoppage time here. It should be more than 3. Still time. You got to get 1 before you can get 2, though. Let that go through was Williams.
The problem is when you're down 2-0, you can't get everything back in one pass. So you still have to get back to that same style of play where you're moving the ball constructively.
Switch. Guard tries to get the edge. Yanked down in the box, appealing for a call, which is not going to be forthcoming.
Agudelo had to come all the way back to help out his right back.
That's what you love in a forward, right?
Yeah, love that. And did a great job just bodying off Dalgard. Again, Lewis Hilton with the big switch. There isn't a pass he can't play.
Birmingham has only beaten Tampa Bay just once a couple of years ago on this field, a 1-0 affair. About to get their second victory unless fortunes change for the green and gold here in the next couple of minutes. Birmingham will host Chattanooga Red Wolves in the Open Cup on Wednesday. Actually, they'll be on the road at that. So they'll make a little road trip up to Chattanooga and then host Phoenix Rising at the weekend on Sunday.
Again,
needless to say, they're in good shape, in first place, and going to come away with 3 unless things change drastically.
And no matter what, this Rowdies team is still a very good team. And to come into Allianz Stadium and be so productive. Yeah, you didn't dominate possession, but the possession you did have was so constructive and penetrative. It created so many chances.
Antley. And the foul. And there's a yellow for kicking the ball in to Alves.
I believe it may have gone to Alves, the yellow card.
For the time wasting?
Yeah. And the last thing you want your left back to do is to get a yellow card like that.
4th yellow card. So one thing to clean up is the discipline stuff, perhaps, if you're Birmingham. Just outside the area, free kick, Tampa Bay. Job by Dennis. Can you make it interesting for the home support here?
Tell you what, Lewis Hilton is going to have to come up with something special. If this is going to...
Martinez is going to take his time getting up, stretching out that calf.
There's Ralph's mob, Skyway Casuals, always present.
Providing the soundtrack to soccer in St. Pete, as always.
Enzo Martinez is Uruguayan. He will shake that off in no time.
Going to be a feisty group. Uruguayan soccer players play with a chip.
That's well said. They actually hit a lot harder than they look, the Uruguayans. Yeah. Small country, but they hit hard.
Now, he grew up in Montevideo, or was born there, but grew up in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Still
as American as it comes, but yes.
The blood is flowing through his veins.
Right. 6 minutes of stoppage time. We've now entered it. That one deflects off the wall.
Brilliant.
Can you get a second crack at it? Oh, my goodness.
Brilliant
Big
stuff.
Collision there. Grayson DuPont. What truck just hit him? And yellow card to Guillen, I believe.
Aaron Guillen deservedly going to the books, and the Birmingham Wall did everything right.
Guillen's 2nd yellow of the season. Oh, Dalgard got him. Never mind.
Here it is again.
Also his 2nd yellow. No, that was Guillen.
Oof.
That was Guillen. Played 1 minute. 5 more to go. Rowdies send the home crowd out at least with a goal, something to build on for these next 3 home matches, 2 of which in league play. Dalgard denied.
Again, Martinez blocking that passing lane. They've stayed so compact in that area that when the ball does go out wide, all the passing channels are closed up. So the ball really can't come back in with any sort of productivity.
It's a stalemate into stoppage time of the first half. And a goal either side of halftime for one Nico Brett. That's the difference here thus far tonight. 4 minutes to go. Harris gets dispossessed. Schroeder. Dalgard on the overlap. Smith defending, comes to the line, smothered and covered by Spangenberg.
Great 1v1 defending by Smith. Dalgard showed him right, went left, and Smith got right back into position to get a piece of it.
Each team has 11 shots. Your difference, 0 on target for the Rowdies, 7 for Birmingham. expected goals about even, interestingly enough. In fact, Rowdies have a bigger number there. 1.11, 1.09. Stats don't count in the standings, though.
I think the expected goals is where the ball has been for the Rowdies for a long period of time. So in this attacking third, just in front of the box, of course, the free kicks, the corners, all tally up into that area. But Birmingham certainly has had the last laugh.
3 minutes to play here in stoppage time. You've been around this game long enough. You've seen teams score multiple goals in stoppage to get a result. That happens.
Like you said, though, just to try to find that first one. And it's going to send a mountain of emotion to everyone on the field. It's just to get that first one.
If anything, it just gives you some momentum going into this next week.
Yeah.
Long switch. Trying to hit it on one time. Harris. Oh, got wrong-footed to Dennis. Have to foul here. Martinez. Yep, and Dennis will go into the book.
A little bit of frustration by Charlie Dennis. Didn't take the ball the way he wanted it to. And so Martinez picked his pocket. He's had an impressive first 3 games for the Rowdies. Came off the bench tonight. Understandably, he's in a tough position. Yep.
There will be better days. Growing pains here for a lot of these new Rowdies. The quality's there. It's just getting it to come together. It will. It's just how long. If, but when. Harris.
Again, even with the injection of pace from Harris, the Birmingham Legion team just shuffles across neatly, stays compact, disciplined.
Williams got a touch to it. Oh, that kind of night. We're in our final minute of stoppage time. And people are going to head to the exits. Less than satisfied tonight, but nobody more so than Neil Collins. Legion has looked the part of a first place team. Going on the road, getting a foothold, getting a goal, and then seeing it out. Another ball. Oh, Harris did good to just keep it in. Played the full 6. Guillen. Be a little more proactive here. The whistle's going to come. Williams. Schroeder. Teeing it up. Off the foot. Getting in the way was Jennings. And there's full time. The whistle from Thomas Snyder signals the end of a 2-0 defeat for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Birmingham Legion comes in and takes all 3 points. Tom Sohn's crew 2-0. They go to 3-0-1, up to 10 points. Tampa Bay will remain at 2. We'll come back, put a green and yellow bow tie on this one. Rowdies fall at home, 2-0.
Imagine a company steeped in heritage, innovating into the promise of what the future can bring, like a phoenix helping others find prosperity. Sagicor's brand, the wisdom to help people make solid financial decisions and the compassion to do good for society and those in need. Life insurance and annuities from Sagicor show your partner, family, and loved ones just how much you care about their financial security. Sagicor, wise financial thinking for life.
Back at Al Lang Stadium, Birmingham Legion FC come in and get their second ever win here in St. Petersburg. They win 2-0 behind 2 goals from Nico Brett. Jeff Radcliffe, Ryan Davis, let's wrap up these highlights.
Well, Kasim Prosper went to the well this time. They earned themselves a free kick. Nico Brett has a shot. Filipino does well. Carl Jennings cleans up. But it wasn't the end of Kasim Prosper. He will go back to that well again later on.
Chance here for the Rowdies. Came from the youngster who had a pretty good match, Tate Johnson. 17 years old.
And here he comes again. Kasim Prosper had a quiet first half, went back to the well, great delivery. And guess who he finds? Nico Brett by himself, having a pina colada and relaxing in the 6-yard box.
Came in stoppage time.
And then the youngster, Cochran, chases it down when nobody else chases it down and serves up a peach to this man, the reggae boy himself, Nico Brett, his brace. And that's enough for Birmingham Legion to take a 2-0 valuable 3 points on the road.
Look at the numbers there. We talked about it a lot in that second half. Shots, 12 and none on target for Tampa Bay.
But look at the shots on target for Birmingham, which means when they got possession and they broke up the play against Tampa Bay Rowdies, they made the most of that possession, getting shots on goal and testing Phil Brino.
Rowdies will have a chance to get off the schneid this week. We'll have the Open Cup match against Nona FC Tuesday, then back here against Miami FC on the 8th, and then a midweek match looking for revenge against the Charleston Battery, who beat the Rowdies 3-0 last week. Then it's off to San Diego. Don't ask Ron Burgundy what that stands for, what the city was named after. At Detroit City FC, and then Phoenix Rising FC back here at home. So a busy, congested schedule in the month of April for Tampa Bay. Need to find their first victory. Perhaps that comes their way this week. Birmingham wins it 2-0 the final for our entire Video Art Productions crew. Tom Sipos, our producer and director. Ryan Davis, my partner. I'm Jeff Radcliffe saying so long from Al Lang Stadium in St. Pete. Rowdies take one on the chin, 2-0 at home to Birmingham Legion FC. Good night, everybody.
Copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.